What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bit Crypto here, and it feels like a minute since we've talked about Luna Classic, so time to bring it back up because there is some good news. Luna Classic has been on a move on the 4-hour chart. It bottomed out on the back of that Binance news, but does feel like it's having a rally. Are we about to see a switch up in the market? Well, quite possibly. And what's going on with the burns? Do they continue now? CZ is out of the frame. We'll break it down for you in this video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're bullish on Luna Classic, you know what to do, smash that like button. And with that being said, let's get into exactly what is going on with Luna Classic. So here is the chart currently. Again, we saw this bottom out here on the chart, on the 4-hour from that news around CZ Binance, but the market did come back yesterday quite significantly. You can see there we printed a good solid upward trend, and more importantly, looking to support off that 200 EMA. So very good news. But what have we got going on? What's the latest with Luna Classic? Well, ultimately, we continue the efforts to repeg USTC, and ultimately people start to talk about some positive news. And remember, Luna Classic is hugely driven, in my opinion right now, about positive sentiment. So here we go. Derek, a prominent Terra Luna Classic trader, disclosed the 115th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, recently hit a major milestone. According to Derek, the crypto asset hit a significant bullish divergence by breaking the 200 moving average, which it depressed for over 1 year. What does that mean? Well, ultimately, this diversion, this 200 moving average, this green line here, if we go on to a slightly higher time frame, ultimately on the year, this was the break above. Now, we did obviously get the push down, but what we are looking like is a potential reversal. Now, we've just got into a new day here in the UK. You can see there we're just starting to mint the red candle, but if this starts to come back up in line with the rest of the market, this is going to be the key point in which we are potentially going to cross that 200 and then move to the upside. We know Terra Luna Classic can do it. We know there is still this ambition around USTC to get this back. It says a few days ago, Lunk strongly blocked the MA200 line, which has been depressed for over a year. Since then, it has been cooling down for a while above the MA200. It is important to support here, and if it breaks slightly and comes down, it's not a big problem, and that's pretty much exactly what we've got. So Derek's certainly considering a upwards move for there. So what have we got that's going to change that? Why are we going to suddenly all of a sudden start to see that move? Well, what's good about this is we are still seeing the community trying to build and trying to innovate in terms of what we can do, this being one of them. Terra Chain, gas fees, mirror, Binance Smart Chain, so moving an allocation to that community pool, Oracle pool, and the burn wallet to continue that narrative. Now, I hear what everyone says. Burning is simply not burning enough. That's absolutely right. We need volume, and for that, we need to have applications and reasons for people to use the chain. However, aligning it to a successful chain might not be the worst idea in the world. We still know we have significant volume, albeit it might be 20 million, 15 million, 30 million, whatever it is. We do know that can spike. We've seen even 400, 500 million when the market really changes. But what is this asking us to do? Ultimately, like I said, change from the validators and move in those fees so that they support a burn, they support the community pool, and they support the Oracle pool. And the big question here is, what are we going to do with that community pool? Because remember, scared money doesn't make money. So what do I mean by that? Well, we know that currently we're not investing in the L1 team particularly. We're not investing in the quant team. All this massive expenditure that we did have has now been consolidated and stayed where it is. And actually the price is better for that. And we do have a significant chunk in here, 2.5 billion Luna Classic, 6,883. Now remember, the UST minting function has been removed, so you cannot swap Lunk and USTC anymore, and this is important because it keeps us quite flexible in terms of what we can use. But the question has to be, what are we going to do with it? And I think this is where innovation, where ideas, where the community can continue to try and innovate and think of ways we can do this. Remember, this is a incredibly quick chain. It's cheap and ultimately can absolutely be used and scalable. And I think this is important. So the question has to be, what do we use your community pool? I'm interested to know what your thoughts are though. So drop in the comments down below. What do you think we should do with this? Now, I'm absolutely not in a video saying that we should go and spend everything, that we should dump it all on anything. We know we've got the upgrade coming very, very soon, which is a fantastic news and continuation of those developments. But there's a bit here where we have to go and try and find products to build on it. The market will shift. We're potentially going to see these ETFs come in. The market will boom. Terra Luna Classic will be no exception to that. The price will go up. That's just reality. How do you make a sustainable move though? That is the question that we have to ask. In terms of what's going on for the burn narrative, you can see there about 750,000 burnt on the day. Again, we're waiting to see what happens with these Binance burns. The fact of the matter here is though, I don't think Richard Lem, the new CEO of Binance, is going to change anything in the short term, but there is no reason to. It could ultimately retract away from volume, so I think they may do it. Who knows, given the fact that CZ is going to go and be an advisor and move away from it, does he even come to do something with Luna Classic? I am absolutely not sure. I don't have any evidence of that, but it certainly would be very interesting if that was something that happened. And again, you can see the supply of USTC coming down about 6.5 as well. So what's going on in terms of this? We actually dropped below the 15% in terms of Luna Classic staked. Again, I truly think that was down to Binance and whether we're going to see burns. I think people were just a little bit nervous, as we saw in the overall cryptocurrency market. And again, we see these big movements around LUNC burns and validated delegations. So people still moving significant amounts of Luna Classic around as well. So what in terms of the price going on? Well, look, it's going to be a key week for us, certainly in the next 3 or 4 days, as we see what the market wants to do. Does the market correct? Does the market push back down? If you take it in the short term, we're looking like a very good bounce off this trend line and continuing to the upside. There's still a long way to go with Luna Classic. I'm still holding it. I talk about this on my live streams, that I still have it, and ultimately we'll kind of see what goes on. But I'm interested to know what you think. What do you think of the proposals that we're seeing? What do you think of the community pool? What should we do with it? And ultimately, what's your view for the future and success of Terra Luna Classic? I'm always interested to know your thoughts. And as ever, if you enjoyed this content, please do smash the like button. YouTube loves it when you smash the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 20k by the end of the year. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.